Okay, hello and welcome to a quick look at Serious Sam 2, a first-person shooter developed by Croteam and published by 2K Entertainment. Although Croteam was acquired by developer Digital around 2020, and as such, as of now, all the Serious Sam games, I believe, are published by developer Digital, probably henceforth. So, yes, previously published by 2K Entertainment, but now published by developer Digital. There's not much else to say. I'm gonna jump into the game and show you what it's all about. I've gotten a few levels in, because I wanted to show you a few different guns. And I think I have, yes, about an hour in, as you see. So yeah, let's just jump into it. This is Serious Sam 2, not Serious Sam the Second Encounter, by the by. Anyway, let's go and see what it's all about, shall we? Start with the cutscene. Alright. A very serious cutscene, by the way. It's Serious Sam after all. There you go, dog. Here we are, welcome to Serious Sam. Now, this is a rather hectic game, and I don't know exactly when it's gonna be the most hectic. And as such, it might sometimes be difficult to comment and speak while playing. If that's the case, I'm just going to kind of skip that section and then resume after it has calmed down a bit, so I can actually provide some kind of coherent commentary, because otherwise it just becomes humbug, quite frankly. Anyways, so yes, welcome to Serious Sam 2. And the first thing that might strike you, I just destroy the boxes that allow me, I'm done. Maybe there's some other box somewhere. Here we are. There's a box here. Yes, I need your box, thank you. Bollocks.
Quickly,
That's
Sam,
not good.
the dogs are attacking. If you save the Simba, he might have something for you.
They better not crap in my yard.
Wonderful, he's gonna drop me something. But the blue guys are actually helpful. They're wonderful. These bombs are rather useful though. So the game, the first thing that might strike you, I was gonna say, I think I... Really? Come on. Here we are.
Serious bomb has been collected.
Not very secret, but it was certainly a serious bomb. Okay, yes, you can do it. The perhaps most striking, or instantaneously striking, part of the game is probably the graphics. As it's, well, very cartoony and colorful and silly. And that's actually rather unique for Serious Sam 2, as opposed to other Serious Sam games, because they have not been as colorful. Especially Serious Sam 3, but even the first one to some degree was certainly less extreme in how out there it was. This one is, yeah, again, fucking lots of enemies, and it's very difficult to speak while trying to also fight these bastards. Sorry about that. Hopefully they will soon be out of dogs. But you never know. am using my handguns right now, so that's on ammo conservation to a degree. If I remember right, this level has quite a few difficult sections, so it's pretty good to have a good kind of ammo backup. See to it you have a lot of ammo essentially for all your weapons. So yes. Where were we? By the way, if you can load these up. Yeah, okay, cool. Sometimes there are enemies in boxes, so it's good to keep that in mind. Let's see here. Oh, it's fine. Oh, yeah, see, I told you. I bloody well told you. Still freaking got me. What a bastard. Oh, that's a multiplier. I can get that before going to the next section. Sure, why not? Oh, yeah, we go. Yes, serious score. So the game is sectioned into, first of all, I guess, arenas in a sense. You see? So you get locked into an arena and then you kill the enemies that are within the arena. It's pretty much as simple as that. Not particularly difficult to understand, I believe. It's quite standard. Especially for games up around this time. But it's sectioned into different levels as well. So those are like separate, I suppose. You can choose those from the menu if you would like to do so. Now the game doesn't take itself seriously at all. It absolutely doesn't have an ounce of any kind of sincerity or deep meaning. It is very difficult to talk and fight these bastards at the same time, I have to say. They're flying around like crazy. It's Jesus. I don't even know what. Horribly annoying. And you get an extra lives. Yeah, so this game has lives, by the way. You can disable those if you wish to do so. It's not an requirement. I'm dead. And that's a life. Okay. Oh yes, right. That's something to keep in mind. Your ammo is reset when you die, which is really bad. That's a big problem for me. I needed that ammo I collected before. Yeah, I'm not so sure what he's doing, but alright. There certainly is a lot of enemies attacking here, and I just kind of can't focus on commenting while also trying to not die horribly here. And they really just won't stop coming, apparently, which is great. And I suppose this is totally safe. Probably as safe as just stay here, honestly. Right now. That was the wrong button. Not my secret chicken friend. It is a difficult game, by the way. It is not easy. It is very much non-stop action. And I do not get any kind of rest, so I can actually speak of the game. Okay, there we are. So the game is very much just insincere and over the top. It really doesn't have any limits to how silly it goes. It does not care. Which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice with games that can just let loose a bit, I suppose. And do things like this. For example. So dumb. That's kind of fun, right? All games doesn't have to take themselves too seriously all the time. They don't have to be super overly pretentious, which this game is not, right? Everything doesn't have to be a deep, melancholic masterpiece, you know? It doesn't have to have a profound underlying meaning of life and death, you know? Sometimes it's fun with just silly, dumb ridiculousness. And I think the art style is rather fitting for that. I'm just gonna, I think, quick save here. Can you do that? Yes, I believe I managed to quick save that. Good. Let's see how that works. Oh shit. Not good. By the way, changing weapons is not easy necessarily. It's a bit clunky to change your secondary weapon, I have to say. At least on the PC, you don't know how you do it on the controller, but on the PC you have to hold down Alt while changing your fucking piece. Let me try something. Yes, so that's how that works, yeah. Alright, good. So you have to hold down left Alt and then choose your weapons after you've done that. Essentially, that's how you change your secondary weapon or whatever you wanna call it. Okay. Which is a little bit clunky. Otherwise, it works fine. The weapons, the shooting is rather old school, suitably old school. You don't really reload your weapons, or at least most weapons don't reload. As, for example, these shotguns. I'll do that soon. And if they do reload, they do something like this. No, wait, this. You know? Which is kind of a reload, but not really. It's like cocking. You know? On the other hand, if you, for example, have these revolvers, 4, 5, 6, yeah, those you do reload, actually. So yeah, some weapons you do actually reload, while others you do not. So there's no real consistency there. I don't like you. I do not like dogs that hide in boxes and try to mount my face off when I shoot the boxes. I find those to be annoying. Odd, isn't it? Don't know why that would be the case. You can find secrets of these things. Can I? Oh, there we go.
Secret rockets have been found.
Yes, and now I fight enemies. That's an interesting thing they've done in this game. I took way too much damage there. That was not good. Well, whatever. So something a bit unusual in this game is that when you find secrets, they're not just good items. You actually often have to kill enemies or fight enemies afterwards at the same time, and you can sometimes be ambushed when you pick up a rather useless secret. So it's not always even a positive thing to get those, interestingly enough. These blue little dudes usually help you with something, such as get this weapon, for example. Quite good. I got myself a sniper, which is nice, I guess. Yes. 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 What's up? Yeah. Otherwise, this is pretty much what you'll do in game. Freaking fight infinite amounts of monsters. This is very much the, well, the objective of the game. I mean, it is, it's what it is, right? Or it is what it is. It's kind of what these games are, right? It's a arena shooter. So yeah, you shoot in arenas. There isn't really all too much more to say about that, I suppose, you know? Yes, those blue dudes are not useful. Well, they are sometimes, I suppose. They can give you, like, items or small ammo boxes or whatever, but they also block your shots sometimes, which is annoying. Kaboom! Yeah, so you get a score as well, as you see up there. It counts there. That will, when reached high enough, it will give you a HP, which is kind of nice. Not a HP, a life. If you lose all your life, by the way, all your lives, you will stop receiving score, essentially, for that level. So that's why you have lives, is to actually get some kind of score. Which is very much the kind of goal for the game. It is a, well, it's a high score game, kind of. That's the goal, so to speak. Obviously the story isn't really, well, it doesn't really have any deeper consequential meaning or purpose, I suppose. So yeah, so to speak. Oh. Let's wait here. I think I go down again. I think no. Oh, okay.
Secret treasure has been found.
Huh. Yes, there's a lot of secrets in the game as well. That's very much part of it. There isn't all too much to say other than really that it's a reasonably fun, pretty hard, silly first-person arena shooter. That's what it is, right? The only thing I can really do is like demonstrate what it's kind of about, but other than that, it's not much more to say. There's a lot of different weapons and a decent amount of different enemies as well. Some of the weapons are even doubled in a sense. Like this shotgun, for example. This is a double barrel shotgun, and this is a single barrel shotgun. You get them pretty close together, so it's not like one or better than the other, really. The single barrel shotguns
We must be getting near the prison.
obviously do slightly less damage, but also shoots faster, so I don't know if I can really say one is better than the other, honestly. Kinda depends what you fight, I guess. I usually prefer the single shotguns because of the higher attack speed, but I am not by any means a pro at this game. I'm playing on the hard the second hardest difficulty, by the way, because I could not possibly play this game on hardest difficulty and provide any kind of coherent commentary at the same time. I promise you that much. It's difficult enough on this difficulty for me. Thank you very much. And my commentary is staggered as it is. I would dare to suggest it is difficult to concentrate on commenting and fighting a lot of enemies at the same time. Now, the kind of most outstanding or distinct, I guess, characteristic of Serious Sam 2 specifically, especially in relation to the rest of the series, is the kind of graphics and the especially silly story. Now, Serious Sam has never been a serious game. That's kind of the joke, right? Serious Sam being super dumb and not at all serious, ha ha ha. But this is probably the game that goes the most, well, all out with it, right? Really taps into that, just being very dumb and silly and having a very kind of cartoony, whimsical kind of art style as well. And there we go. Hello. Where dog? There you go. Dog. It's probably gonna be dog there, so there we go. Saw that coming a mile away. So that's probably the most distinct one. If you remember, or if you have played the third Serious Sam game, you probably noticed that it's kind of grey. It's almost like a modern military shooter in its art style. This is very large, very large departure from this Serious Sam 2. Serious Sam 1 was not as colorful and cartoony and silly as this. Okay? It wasn't, but it was at least a little bit more colorful than the last one there. Or the third one, I mean. It just come out yet another one, actually. I can rocket jump. Yes, I can. It's probably... it's not worth it, because I have the armor, I think. Yeah, I don't want to waste my armor. Huh. Well, shit. Pretty sure I take damage after I rocket jump. Let's save, you never know what happens there. Oh, this is gonna be arena. So I'm gonna skip that, because I know I'm not gonna be able to talk coherently at all while fighting all those enemies. Well, I'll come back afterwards and I'll kind of wrap it up, because there's not too much more to say. So I'll see you then. In a bit.
Hey, leave that shaman alone. We can do this the hard way or my way. They're basically the same thing.
Alright, welcome back. I am now inside the temple. I just realized I probably could have recorded that and had some kind of fast forward through the fight or something to show you how that looked, but well, never mind.
See you in Ceremonial Arena. Don't be late. You must be there before sundown. I think I'll take a shortcut.
Yeah, gonna go and teleport. Something like that. Big surprise, right? I'm gonna die here. This is not going well. Yeah, there we go. I'll see you later. Now, yes, so the most distinct, I guess, aspect of the game is the art style. Other than that, there isn't much to really say other than that, well, it's very much a Serious Sam game. You kill a heck of a lot of enemies, and it's pretty difficult. I don't know if there's all too much else to say. I mean, there's a bunch of secrets, of course, and a lot of different enemies, and very strange, weird weapons. There's also a few sections where you have a speeder or some kind of turret section or whatever. I think that's more common in this one. There's a Serious Sam 2 as opposed to the other ones. Otherwise, they are very similar. It is very much a Serious Sam game in that sense. All of them are rather similar. It is probably my favorite one though. Because I prefer this very insincere, silly, dumb, completely bonkers kind of style that Serious Sam 2 has. I think it's quite fitting for the game. Now the comedy is hit or miss, I guess. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's kind of meh. Usually it's not obnoxiously bad, it's just kind of not funny sometimes. But that's not really to say that I'm the arbiter of everything and anything that's funny either. It's not like I have the best sense for humor ever in the world either, so, you know, take that as what it is, I suppose. The handling of the weapons, by the way, doesn't really have much recoil, which is also kind of old school, I suppose. Most games didn't really have that much recoil for the guns back in the day. That's something to consider, potentially. And ammo conservation and health conservation, all that stuff is, well, very much present. No regenerating health. I know, it's crazy. So old school. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it though. I'm gonna wrap it here because I have a few other things I wanna look at. And yeah. This has been a quick look at Serious Sam 2. Maybe I'll see you next time. Goodbye.